Good morning, pregame crew. It is Thursday, October 27th, 2022, 8:22 a.m. Eastern, 6:22 a.m. Mountain Time. Welcome to the Meta You Got Wrecked show. Just kidding. What I do here every morning is I go over indices, commodities, crypto, movers and shakers of the day. My goal is to get you ready for the trading day. I'm going to show you my notes today. Typically, I reserve that for TCG members, but considering we have GDP in 7 minutes, jobless claims in 7 minutes, they're probably going to get blown to smithereens. So I want to keep myself organized, so I will be showing you my notes today. I think I have some great things for you. I think we'll see. Y'all have to let me know if you learned anything today or not. So I go through these charts, about 25 charts in 25 minutes. And if you're tuning in later in the day, you may want to fast forward 7 minutes. So this says 6:30, and that's where GDP will drop and the party will start with the indices. And I will start going over levels at that time. Between now and then, I'm going to do an audio visual check, say hello to my friends, and do a couple chart requests. Good morning. Thank you, Night Truck. Hi, Greg, Fat N, Lori, Whitney, Andre, Scott, Keith, Casey, Mary, Mal, Lisa, Matthew, Mary, ER, Hey Wave, Matthew, Laura, Night Truck, Sam Wise. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Is it cold where y'all are? Are y'all enjoying this fall and or winter weather? It's 29 degrees here. Let's see. What's the first request? Google for Matthew. Thanks, Wave. $94.38, that support was holding yesterday, so it is getting threatened this morning. And so your support below that, we have to go back into last year. Your next support is 92.23, 92.23. So Google had a miss. They are at the weekly 200 MA. I would say $93 needs to hold for Google to have any chance at a bounce next week. Okay, and let's just break stuff down, folks. We got GDP in 5 minutes, jobless claims in 5 minutes. We've got Apple and Amazon after hours earnings. We have the PCE, which really just shook the market last time it was reported. That is tomorrow morning. We have FOMC next Wednesday, y'all. We got a lot on the docket. This is a tough trading environment. We are trading a 3-year-old temperamental toddler who is emotional about everything. Everything. I follow this wonderful guy that I have learned market profile from, and his comments in a market like this is there's no adults in the room. And I completely agree. There are no adults. There's no big money in the room. These are shorter term traders. They're very emotional, very quick to roll over, very quick to buy dips. And we just see people getting obliterated. Robinhood released a stat, and if anyone wants to verify, please feel free, because I didn't see it myself. I saw someone tweet it, that Robinhood said that most of their some of their users' accounts are down 44% on the year, and I believe it. I hope none of you are down 44% on the year. I hope you are trading better and you're managing risk and recognizing tough environments that maybe your strengths don't lend itself to this type of environment and you're sitting on your hands. All right, I'll do one more ADA. Daily, we're getting wicked out up here at the daily 50 MA. We're finding some resistance here. Have enough room for daily high or low. Hey, Vlad, thank you. We're still chopping sideways. It almost looks the same as when we looked at it yesterday. The only difference is the hourly 50 MA has caught up with price. Now let's see if it can offer any support here. And basically anything above 39 cents keeps a potential, well, I can't call it a bull flag with these upper wicks. Definitely not the definition of a bull flag, but it keeps the strength if we can just hold at least a 40% retrace and not let it go any deeper than that. Matthew, you're 11% year to date. That's probably pretty good compared to most traders who are struggling in this environment. And how far is the market down? We need to look at market levels here. I can't do any more requests. Yeah, the market's down 17%, so you're definitely outperforming the market if you're only down 11%. I was on a Zoom call yesterday with members. Excuse me one second. We do a Zoom call with members twice a week, and we just answer any questions that they have. We have a 30-minute call, again, twice a week. And yesterday I was speaking to risk management. We have plenty of years to become a proficient trader. It's a craft I think that you're constantly working on. But in order for you to be around those next few years, in order to continue to work on this craft, you have to have capital. So you don't have time to work on your risk management skills. They're not optional in trading. And please hear me loud and clear. You do not have time to work on your risk management skills. You must use it, period. End of discussion, period. You must. It is not something that you can work on getting better at placing a stop. No, you freaking place a stop. Just like you go freaking put your seatbelt on when you get in your car. So if there's one message I deliver to you for this whole month of October, I hope that is the message. Risk management is the most important thing that you can do, or you won't be around next year. Just let's talk about what's Meta doing next October or next November. You won't be here. At least you won't be trading. Or if you just like burning through money and it's fun for you, you may be here. But it's the most important thing you do. Yeah, hit the like button. Hey, Maddie. Good morning, Danda. When I see Danda, I think of Donda, Kanye. Oh, Kanye. Oh, Kanye. Okay, so here are your levels in bright yellow. You want to mark them up. GDP and jobless claims getting released now. We'll see what our reaction is. Right now, indecision. $3868 is your key resistance, and 3824 is your key support here and here. Okay, little bull move. NASDAQ is the fly in the ointment today. This was the square or rectangle that I drew yesterday. We hit right in that area looking for that 4-hour lower high, and that brought down the market. I was thinking yesterday morning, God, I was so off base this morning in pregame show. And then everything that I talked about, well, as far as the indices came to fruition, because I had a bear lean. And this initial pop in the morning was somewhat mind-boggling, but I knew NASDAQ 4-hour lower high was the more likely scenario. So I stuck to my thesis because they didn't run over that 11,734, and sure enough, we rolled over. So, oh, that's good, Whitney. That's perfect. Okay. 631. We have a slight bull pop. Let me go see if I can grab the GDP data real quick. Sorry, guys, we have so much news I have to get through. $2.6 versus 2.4 is our annualized GDP. I'm not an economist. I'm not even going to pretend to even digest this. I'm just going to put it here. And then we're just going to keep rolling with technicals, because that I know for sure. All right. Dollar is getting a little, is it getting a pullback on this? Yeah, just a little pullback on this news. It hit that resistance at 110.48. But the dollar bulls have made enough room for an hourly higher low here. They've made enough room. So dollar had a weekly bear break. Bears stepped in. We have not lost the weekly 21 EMA. Despite losing this support of 110.05, We hit 109,535 overnight. This chart is still constructive. I'm trying to choose my words carefully. Yes, we have a weekly bear break, but this is not a chart that I would throw away. That's a chart I would throw away, not that one. So bears don't need to get too complacent here. Dollar bulls have been making great strides on shorter term time frames trying to recover, and they have enough room for hourly higher low. And look where we are rejecting at this 110.482. We hit 110.52 and the hourly wall of Louisiana, which I like to call the wall of Louisiana, is the hourly 50 MA. If you're interested in my chart setup, you can click on the link below in the video description to receive a PDF explanation as to how Lori sets up her chart. Who's Lori? This is me. This is who I am. You want to give me a follow at ChartGalLori. Y'all almost got me to 4,000 for my birthday. My birthday is Monday. Not that any of you care, but let's get it to 4,000. Check us out at chartguys.com. We teach technical analysis, and what I do here every day is I have these notes typed up, and I share these with TCG members every morning, but I only share them once a week in YouTube. So I'm sharing them today because I just had a lot to say. Again, I'm Dave Matthews Band. I got so much to say. Hang Seng is up 0.72%. DAX, the last time I looked, was down slightly. Yes, down 0.60. So it's slightly red. GDP and jobless claims, they've come out, and looks like we're digesting them ever so bullishly, just slightly bullish. Dow names are coming out swinging this morning. We had some major earnings this morning. Caterpillar, Merck, and McDonald's, they beat top line and bottom line. Honeywell, I believe, had a slight revenue miss, but please go verify that for yourself. When I give you news that I'm sharing, I'm sometimes just paraphrasing, getting through it quickly. However, overall, in large, the Dow names outperformed on earnings this morning. So we had 4 major names. The Dow only has 30 names in it. That's it. So we have the Dow up 300 points this morning. Look, we took out that high. We took out Wednesday's high. The Dow is super strong. I don't think the Dow can do this single-handedly without the NASDAQ, though. So that'll be a part of the puzzle. A major part of the puzzle today will be, what does NASDAQ do? And y'all, someone needs to come get your girl and just take the pen away from me. I found the sketch pad on Evernote. Oh my, so much fun. So we have all these sectors. I didn't have time to draw out all these little men in here. They're all fighting. I love how it snaps it straight. So cool. Again, someone come get me. Take away my mouse. So we have all these sectors over here where people are fighting. Bulls are putting up a fight against the bears. Over here in Compton land, the NASDAQ square, XLK, QQQ, that technology sector, the bulls are asleep. Completely asleep at the wheel. We need the fight to go down in Compton land in order for the market to go up. We need the bulls. We need these little people over here to show up over here. Come fight the bears over in NASDAQ sector. And they're not fighting back. It's a problem. Now, let me show you something really crazy. Or maybe I just think it's crazy. Do y'all see this? This is yesterday's heat map. What was red? Microsoft, Apple, Google, Meta, and Amazon. So Apple and Amazon had yet to report, and these other 3, well, Meta had yet to report at the time. Google and Microsoft missed. So it was our 5 big tech giants that were red yesterday. What has to happen in the market for the market not to completely roll over with the 5 generals red? They must buy everything else. Look what they did. They bought everything else. Look at all the green. We have a slight red over here. Restaurants, someone, Wing had big green yesterday morning, I believe. Wingstop, they beat earnings. But look at all this green. So today, in order for Meta to stay red and Goog to stay weak, we need everything else to go green. So if you pull up this heat map, and you can pull it up, on FinViz, and this is yesterday's, it hasn't updated yet. You can pull it up, and during the day, if you see half of this as red, then we're most likely going to have a bearish day. If they keep to this pattern or template or blueprint that they've been doing, they sell off the earnings names and buy everything else. Now, we have the big generals. So if you look at this today and it's more than half red, we probably can't stand up to Meta weakness and other weakness if they're not buying every sector. They literally have to fight off the bears in every sector. They have to fight here. They have to fight here, here. These are the 11 sectors of the S&P. They have to fight in all of these, every sector, if NASDAQ bulls are going to stay asleep. They must fight everywhere. Okay? So, the battle will creep into NQ. It's there. Bears are winning and bulls are really asleep. So, we'll see if the bulls can step up there to push this Dow strength. It is my contention that the market will have a hard time holding up today without NASDAQ participating in any of this bullish strength that we see in some Dow names. And after the big miss, I mean, would you short cover? Would you be covering shorts today into Apple to make sure you don't get your face ripped off? Or would you be selling everything you own stock-wise into the Apple earnings and taking a clue from Google, Microsoft, and Meta? If they miss so badly, then maybe Apple and Amazon are going to miss. Meta was big disappointing. 'Tis a mere flesh wound. After last night's big miss, Meta's market cap, so I'm going to say this slowly, is approximately $280 billion. So how I got that, and it may not be completely accurate, all you math wizards out there. So the market cap last night was $348 billion prior to earnings. They were down 22% when I did this math. You multiply 20% times that, you knock off about 70 billion off that market cap. So that makes them 280 billion. Apple's market cap is 2.4 trillion. That is 10 times that of Meta. Amazon, 1.178. That is almost four times what Meta's market cap is. So Apple and Amazon represent 14 times the market cap of Meta. Meta is just a mega disappointment at this point and won't single-handedly turn the market over without an Apple and Amazon miss, in my opinion. Okay. Economic data today and tomorrow morning PCE, this much bigger than the Meta miss. And semis are showing some strength. Semis need to roll with Meta in order for the market to finish rolling over. Now, I do want to point out another thing, and I've been talking 10 minutes and really haven't gone over a chart, but I promise you I'm framing everything. If we look at Apple on the year, it's down 17%. I did this math earlier, about 17%. Amazon, about 35%. Meta, 60 something, like crazy percent. And Google is down something like 30%. So the difference between among all of these names is Apple is not down very much on the year compared to, if you're comparing to the other major tech cap names. Apple's not down that much. If Apple misses, the punishment could be steep. If Apple misses, the punishment could be steep. Because people have been buying, saying, you know what, I'm not selling my Apple. I'll sell everything else, but Apple, look at all that cash on the balance sheet, I'm not going to sell. If they miss, they could be punished greatly. If Apple misses and we have more than a 10% down move tomorrow, we could be looking at a circuit breaker situation. Does that mean I'm going to buy puts today for tomorrow? No, none whatsoever. I do not do earnings trades. And I don't speculate on the market with binary events happening like earnings and economic data. I want you to be prepared for all scenarios. If Apple comes in on its white horse and kills earnings and say it could single-handedly save this market. We have FOMC next Wednesday and Jerome could single-handedly bring it down. just, it's very whippy, it's very temperamental, it's very emotional, the market in general, so please be careful. All right, now let's go do some chart stuff. How about that? Let me get my key. I'm trying to grab this key. Come on. Okay. So we are in an hourly downtrend here. Your support 3836. Here is your key though, 3824. And do y'all remember that 3822 from the other day? Let's make 3822 the key level for the day, okay? 3822. And your key resistance 3868. I need to know if 3822 is lost. I need to know if 3868 is reclaimed. It tells me a lot about this market. 3822. If we're below that, my grandma would say, Katie, bar the door. And I don't even know what that means. All right. It means more incoming pain, essentially. NASDAQ, we are in a 4-hour downtrend. We're in an hourly downtrend. So if we lose, and let's just stay with that same theme of taking this high from over here and using it as support, since it marks this zone, 11,431. So let's call it 11,430, just for simplicity's sake. We're constantly trying to figure out, are we going contrarian to the market? Or are we going with the trade or going against the trade? Are we going to go with? So if we have a break of 11,431, it is my contention that we should go with that trade to the bear side. Does that make sense? Because to me, that's bears proving it. Until they take that out, they haven't proven anything on NASDAQ till they take out 11,430. Excuse me. That is the wrong. We're already below that. 11,207. Sorry about that, y'all. 11,207. If they take that out, I need one more cup of coffee. Just one more. I am going on vacation this evening. I'm going up to the mountains, and I think my brain is already on vacation time. So 11,207, if that is taken out, that is the go with line of go with the trade to the downside. Okay. RTY. RTY is holding up much better than NASDAQ, and of course Dow has been killing it. You have support at 1809. 1795 is your key support, 1795. And your key resistance, 1826. Thank you, Diego. I needed that. Whew. Okay, now I'll be a little bit smarter. Okay, we got a 4-hour higher high this morning on Dow. That's how much strength we have on the Dow. So if you're looking to short something, I would not look to short the Dow. The Dow has the strength this morning. VIX, we did not roll over and lose 27.27. We actually have a double bottom now at that level. I'm going to set an alert. It would be notable to me if VIX bears could take out 27.27. That would be notable to me. You have resistance at 27.67. I pointed out that we were oversold yesterday, and I was looking for that bounce. We had that little bear flag. We broke bear, and then we really pushed down. And look at that bull divergence. Do you see that? Here, price made a lower low, RSI didn't. And then the market bulls stepped up. Excuse me, market bears stepped up. VIX bulls stepped up. Lord have mercy. All right. Talked about Hang Seng, Bitcoin. Oh, y'all are funny. We have a potential 4-hour bull flag on Bitcoin. Let me see what I wrote in my notes. Four-hour uptrend, hourly slight downtrend without a ton of follow through. So I'm going to put these notes on another screen so I can see them while I'm looking at the chart. So this hourly, lower high, lower low, we have a downtrend, but that is not a lot of follow through, and we're above that key hourly 50 MA. So I then hereby declare we still have a potential 4-hour bull flag on the table for Bitcoin. Same thing for Ethereum. Ethereum actually looks a little better. This is my favorite kind of pattern. Doesn't mean it always works out, but it is my favorite kind of pattern. Squeezing, holding the 50 RSI. They couldn't even break this 1533 here. They held it by $2. We did break bear here without a lot of follow through. Gives more credibility or validity to a potential 4-hour bull flag. Gold. Gold's in an hourly downtrend. It needs the dollar to chill out. The dollar's been getting its bounce on. Let me go back and look at the dollar. It's pulling back now on that data, but we have enough room for a 15-minute higher low, which doesn't bode well for gold bulls today if the dollar can keep bouncing. So we have 15-minute inside bars, resistance at 1666, support 1661. Yeah, gold is looking weak. And the way I would, if I wanted to trade gold, I would look for a bounce to short the 4-hour lower high attempt. Oil. Oil is strong this morning, super strong. Nat gas is strong, but it's due to contango and switching over the futures contract. The underlying really hasn't gapped 8.5%, so it's slightly deceiving. But let's get to oil. Support 87.33. So we have a daily bull break. What are the odds that it would go take out 93.64 on one full attempt? We retraced 75% of that move. Odds favor a lower high compared to 93.64. These bulls have strength. Y'all see that trampoline pattern? Y'all see it? It's just like this. Let's call it the Nike swoosh. It's like has a swoosh where bulls are steadily turning the tide on the consolidation. I love this. So oil, I would not be shorting up here. I would wait closer to $90 for a potential short attempt. Hey, Bennett, we already had a big old party. 4-hour is in an uptrend, and it's very difficult. Let's go look at NGZ. So if we look at a nat gas at the Z December contract, we are in a 4-hour EQ. We're just going sideways. We're not even green. So we're just going sideways on the actual December contract. We have backwardation and contango that happens on futures contracts when we roll them. And if you don't understand what I'm talking about, you probably need to pump the brakes on trading commodities. It can be confusing. Apple earnings after hours. So I am actually thinking of a risky trade at shorting the hourly 50 MA using $150 is my short area. And y'all know I give it like 15 to 20 cents on Apple. So I would like a short attempt on Apple on a bounce. Because NASDAQ weakness, I'm going with the trend. Amazon earnings after hours. Hourly 50 MA is way up here at 117.75. I don't even know that we're going to make it to that level. So I would look to short 116 on a bounce. And just be careful. We don't have to take any of these trades. NVIDIA, I believe Meta said something about spending and tech, and NVIDIA is definitely getting a push from that. And if I'm wrong, someone correct me in the room, because God knows I can't sit here and talk for 30 minutes, 35 minutes every morning and be absolutely correct on every single thing. So if that's not correct, please let me know. But I do think something was said on the Meta call or in the Meta earnings that they're now spending a lot more money on technology like processors, semiconductors. So NVIDIA would be a long candidate today. I would wait for first 5-minute oversold, back burner trade. All right, Tesla. Yeah, Mao, it's snowing up there right now, so I'm super excited. Super excited. All right. Tesla, let me go read my notes. It has strength. Relative outperformer, I wouldn't look to short the big bully. This looks great. I can't believe they missed on earnings over here, and they've recovered the entirety of the move. They've recovered it. And for those who ask me, message me, I get that this looks like a cup and handle, but it's not. A cup and handle is a continuation pattern, not a reversal pattern. This is coming at the bottom of a downtrend. So I would just look at it over here at current price action. We have a potential 4-hour bull flag. I would look for pullbacks to buy as long as Tesla has relative strength. If there is Twitter news that comes out, it could negatively impact Tesla. So really, Tesla is not on my trading docket until this Twitter thing is resolved. because it can get pretty temperamental. CGC. Oh, I love Park City. Oh, love it. All right. 316, excuse me, is an area I would look to short on a bounce. We are scouting a weekly lower high. So we got a daily higher high, but we're scouting a weekly lower high compared to 383. Odds favor, without a news catalyst, that we don't go take out that 383 in one fell swoop. Odds favor a lower high. So top fishing 316, if that doesn't work and price doesn't pause, then I'd wait to top fish 334, looking for that weekly lower high. Meta, this is what I said this morning in my notes. Have y'all seen that Instagram thing that's going around, Burn It, where people just talk about different things like skinny jeans and they're like, burn it down, burn it all. And that's what bears are saying right now to Meta. Just burn it all. Don't try to be a hero today. We give out no purple hearts. If you get killed or shot at with Meta bears, that's on you. So no heroes today. I will most likely not trade Meta today unless it had some crazy bounce. Then I would look to possibly short it. If it got a slow, actually not a crazy bounce, a slow bounce, I would possibly short it. But here on Meta, I had to address it because of the earnings, but no purple hearts given. Okay. Mal, I'm sorry it deleted your comment, but I really think your snowman's cute. Okay, Snap. So Snap is a cousin to Meta. Top fish setup, scouting that daily lower high. So odds favor a daily lower high compared to 1140. And it's funny, someone in our group, and if you've been around me for a hot second, you know I'm very vocal about not trading earnings. I used to, but I don't do it anymore. I've paid my tuition in that department, and it's too inconsistent. It's a binary event. Unless I can find some crazy premium selling alternative or setup, otherwise I'd avoid them. But someone messaged me, if you had to guess, I know you don't trade earnings, but if you had to guess, it's like, well, I'm no rocket scientist, but Snap missed, and Snap missed big. Google missed on ad revenue, and Facebook, that sustains them. So I would deduce that Meta would also miss. So I did send that to them. I wasn't encouraging a trade, and I said it's just a guess. To me, it's not actionable information. Looking back, that was some really strong clues when Snap missed and Google missed that Meta would miss. Okay, so they have enough room for a daily high or low. So this is just a temporary top fish. You could look at 987 or 1004. Okay, Neo. I am going with Dan's idea. I shorted it yesterday and it worked. I'm looking to short it again. We're looking for that daily lower high. I'm looking to top fish 1087. Oh, wrong one. 1087. I'm looking to top fish NIO. Yeah, Meta looks awful. Absolutely awful. Okay, let me see what I missed. I got messages. Hey, Systemic, you're so cute. Systemic sent me this. Katie bar the doors exclamation that means watch out. My grandma, she would say them all. Ugh, miss her. So Neo, top fish. Snap, top fish. CGC, top fish. Meta, slow bounces, possible top fish. Tesla, caution with Twitter news and any type of impact. Nvidia is relative outperformer. If you're looking for a long candidate, this is where I would look in the semiconductor sector. Amazon, top fish candidate. Apple, top fish candidate. All right. Crisp. You've pulled back a ton with the market weakness yesterday. Gave back a lot of that beautiful move. So now a lower high is anticipated compared to yesterday's high. So a bear is looking to top fish against 57.89 and a bull is looking to bottom fish against 52.15. The bear is the higher probability trade due to the size of this pullback. Hey. Daily lower high anticipated. Bears are just waiting to pounce on this name. And it does have a lot of news catalyst that comes out. There's a lot of hype, meme, Reddit stuff around this name, so careful. But a daily lower high is the more likely scenario. So if I had to take a trade on this, I would short the first 15-minute loss of the EMAs. Yep, Whitney, good point. All right, that's it for me. TCGers, I'll see you in the room and I'll copy these notes over. Pre-gamers, I will see you tomorrow is the plan. If there's any internet issues, I will let you know. All right.